Okay, sorry this took me so long to get out, guys. This is my video on how to make natto using an Instant Pot. I'm going to post this ingredients list and the steps in the description, but I'm just going to go through so you kind of have some... I'm not actually going to make it right now. I'm trying to make a short video, which I'm apparently bad at, but here we go. You're going to need an Instant Pot, ideally one with the sous vide function so you control the temperature a little better. Beans, Laura soybeans are outstanding. Natto Dad uses Laura soybeans. Also, props to Natto Dad. He came first, and I could not have done this video without Natto Dad's help. So, absolutely, if you haven't seen his videos, check them out, and props to Natto Dad. You're going to need starter. One of the few things that I do, well, there's a couple of things I do different than Natto Dad. I actually use powdered starter. It comes in packets that look like this. One of these packets is going to last you a very long time. You're not going to use... This isn't one batch of natto. This makes like 20 batches of natto, and you get 10 of them in a bag. You're going to go through maybe one a year. Maybe you like natto more than I do, but I'll show you how to measure it out later. So you're going to need starter. Beans are some of those things. You're going to need a steamer basket. And my steamer basket is in here. This is just the cheapest one I could find at Walmart. As long as it fits inside your, Instant Pot, you're good. And then something to cover your beans with. Look, Natto Dad uses Saran Wrap. I use these. These are silicone mats that I got. They're made for an Instant Pot, and they're actually amazingly about the right size. They're a little, you're going to have to spread I use 3 of them to cover the top of my natto, and that seems to be about right. Okay. Step 1, take 2 cups. This is imaginary, so you're going to have to pretend. And when I say 2 cups, I mean measuring cups. Like 1, 2, and 2 cups of dry beans, and soak them. I've actually got 4 cups going right now because I actually have 2 different devices. I use an Instant Pot and another device to make natto, and I've got a natto maker. Nothing wrong with that, but this video is on the Instant Pot. So you take your beans and soak them for about 24 hours. You want them so that they haven't... They'll make sprouts, but you don't want sprout natto. That doesn't sound good to me. You want just barely not sprouted natto, and so soaking them for about 20 to 24 hours is perfect. And then you'll put the beans in your Instant Pot. When you're cooking your beans, I still steam them, so you're going to use this twice. You're going to use it when you're pressure cooking your beans, and then later when you're fermenting the beans. But 1 cup of water, and then pressure cook the beans for 45 minutes. After that, you're going to cool the beans to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds hot, but it works fine. I don't know what to tell you about that. You're going to need a thermometer. I swear I have a thermometer in there. You're going to need one. Once your beans are 185 or a little bit cooler, look, if they were 180, but make sure 185 or below, you're going to mix the, you're going to reserve some of that. After you steam this, you're going to get some broth there, and that's nutritious for the natto. You're going to use that as nutrient broth. You're going to mix 1 tablespoon per, I actually have these measuring devices, 1 tablespoon per cup of natto that you started with. So if you started with 2 cups, 2 tablespoons. I'm using 4 cups, so I'll use 4. And then once you want this, so this is that yellow natto powder that I did, and you're going to put 1 toothpick full per cup plus an extra toothpick full. I don't know how minimum you can go, but and this does not look like a lot of starter, it's fine. It'll work fine. So 1, and then you kind of want it piled up on there. You're going to use, you know, the most that you can get. Boy, I'm bad at this. Oh, there we go. The most that you can get on a, why can't I can't even get this in front of the camera. Oh my God. All right. So the most that you can get on a toothpick. I have my toothpicks broken off a little bit, so they're a little thicker on the end, but that's the correct magnitude. So for 2 cups of starter beans, 3 scoops in your broth, stir the broth around, and then you're gonna, so you know, when you pour off your, this is what you reserve your broth, the bean broth in. This is your beans. After you've mixed some of the broth, 2 tablespoons with starter, you throw this broth away, you put your beans in this, and that gives you something to mix your beans in. Make sure they're mixed well, because the beans have to come in contact with that starter, or, you know, nothing will grow. And then back to the actual Instant Pot, you put your steamer basket in the Instant Pot like this, and then you just pour the beans on top. You put these 3 silicone rings on top, put it back in your Instant Pot, and then 106 degrees is what I've been using. I'm going to talk a little bit about temperature. Natto Dad uses 98. Natto Dad knows what he is doing, but the instructions are for 108 degrees, and I've seen even higher temperatures. Natto Dad uses 98 degrees. He says 98 to 104, and he sets his thermostat at 98. I use 106, and the instructions are 108. I don't know how much, I mean, I think you're going to have, I think the thing that makes the biggest difference in my batches has been getting the air mix correct. I made some natto on trays. I bought some trays because I thought more air was better. No, turns out that's not it. You got to get like the right amount of air. And I'll be hoping that this video goes viral, and somebody who knows more about natto than I do will give me feedback on that, because I don't have that down yet. But that's it. After you, you're going to cook them for, I'm going to put these instructions in the bottom, but 106 degrees. I set my sous vide timer for 22 hours, but they're done after 18 hours. And I set it for 22 because like sometimes I'll set it and it'll get done at like 6 in the morning, and I don't want to get up at 6 in the morning and do that. So I have a little extra time. If it goes a little long, nothing bad will happen. And then you pull it out and eat it. That's it. You break it up and put it in the containers. I bought a whole bunch of these, you know, these little plastic things, but that's it. Oh, man, I'm already over 8 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm working on making these things shorter. Hope you appreciate the video, and I'll work on making a shorter one next time. All right, bye-bye.